Welcome back to the mad collection of Soulless of Ponus. We're going to continue venturing our way, and now we're going to Faron Woods. So I just used the warp portal to get to North Faron Woods. I think it's probably the fastest way to get there. You can go to South Faron Woods, but then you gotta go through the cave and everything is just kind of annoying. So rather than going towards the forest temple, you want to go backwards to the previous area, stand on the little dock thing, and use midna jumps to go all the way back to the start of this area. Jeez, what a shortcut. Couldn't we have just used that to get all the way over to the other side way back when? But that would be too easy, I guess. Anyway, you want to start working your way forward using midna jumps, as you typically do here. And here I wasn't too far forward, so I accidentally transformed instead. But anyway, once you get to about this halfway point, you'll see that there is a Poe that is here during the night. So, as long as it's nighttime, you should see this Poe, be able to defeat it, and collect Poe Soul number 26. Now before you leave, I just want to mention that there is a cave off to the far northeast corner of this area, where you can light some torches and inside, and you get a piece of heart. So that's your reward. Yay! And I actually got that way back in Chapter 1. If you did not do that yet, you can actually run through the fog using your lantern. This will disperse the fog, just like the monkey showed us earlier, way back then. But you can use your lantern to walk through the fog and everything and gain access to this cave and get that piece of heart. So if you have not done that yet, now would be a great time to do that before you forget. So with that all out of the way, you want to warp on over to Castletown, and I actually left Epona here on purpose, parked her here, so that I did that in the last video, so that I could use her at this point to get through here quickly. You want to head over to North Hyrule Field, and immediately ahead is a triangle shape of trees with some grass in the middle, and it looks kind of suspicious. The grass does. It has like a circle in the middle of it where there's no grass, so kind of suspicious. You want to hop off Epona, and you can kill the Lizalfos that's here if you like. They're kind of annoying because they get right in your face, so it could be frustrating when you're trying to do something else. So defeat it quickly, it should not cause much of a problem for you. And then go ahead and transform into a wolf. Use your senses, and you'll see there's one of those black speckly spots right in the center of the grass here. So you want to use down on your D-pad to dig down into this underground cavern, where you'll find yourself, faced off with 2 imp Poes and several Dekubabas. This actually makes a pretty dangerous combo because the imp Poes are invisible and they'll attack you. Meanwhile, the Dekubabas will smack you if you're trying to get the souls. So you're trying to dig them out, and then meanwhile they start fighting you and knocking you away, so it's actually really annoying. So you could try killing all the Dekubabas first, or you could try just getting the Poes and hoping that the Dekubabas don't attack you. Either way, however you decide to do it, you want to collect Poe Souls number 27 and 28. With that, you want to step into the light to emerge back into North Hyrule Field and start working your way west. Now, as you noticed, as we were trying to get into this little underground cavern, there were some Lizalfos that were out there. And as I said earlier in this chapter, now that we have the Master Sword, there are harder enemies found in the Overworld now. This is actually kind of cool because we do more damage now that we have the Master Sword, so it kind of would be boring if we were still attacking Boblins and Bokoblins like there was before. There's still a few of them in the Overworld, but for the most part, a lot of the enemies have been replaced with harder ones. So this is actually pretty cool because now they don't take as many hits to defeat anyway, but now we actually can play around with our hidden skills, and it actually makes them a lot more useful as we can use them more often. Once you make it over to this bridge area in the middle of North Hyrule Field, you want to kill the 2 Lizalfos here, and then defeat the Poe that is floating around here. So these Lizalfos, you can attack them with regular sword attacks, or use spin attacks and stuff. I think it's actually faster to attack them in your Hylian form. Once you've defeated them and get them out of the way, though, you can use Midna's charge attack and such to kill the Poe Soul here. Just wait for it to get low and everything. This one's kind of hovering up pretty high. But just show it your angry face and defeat it to steal Poe Soul number 29. Rawr, angry face. So that is all we needed to do in this immediate area, so next we want to head all the way over to the Bridge of Eldin. Now, earlier on in the game, the bridge actually got warped away by Zant, I suppose, and it got warped to another portion of Hyrule. So we actually will find it much later and be putting it back in its rightful place. For now, though, there's nothing we can really do about it, but that also means that that particular portal is unusable, as dumb as that is. So we're going to head all the way over to that area, and that being said, we're going to travel all the way there, and so that's part of the reason why I brought Epona, because it's quite a ways away, and this will make it quite a bit faster. Once you finally make it over there, you'll see the area just to the north of the would-be Bridge of Eldin. You want to look to the north, and you'll see there's a little wall here along the rock face that you can actually get on top of now that we can use the targets. Yay! You want to use your Clawshot to latch on to this target up here to get to a new area that is now available to us. Oh, happy day. You'll see that up ahead there's a golden bug, which I actually acquired earlier on in this walkthrough by using the Gale Boomerang. You can snag it now if you don't have it already, then you want to continue on to the cave that is on your right. It seems like most of the areas of Hyrule Field have a cavern for it, and this one is for the Bridge of Eldin area. So head on inside, and it actually looks very much like the the Goron mines. As soon as you enter, you want to run forward and look down. You'll see another one of those horizontal magnetized panel things. So hop off and put on your iron boots in midair to get sucked up to the wall. Snazzy. With that, you want to drop down and work your way around, killing the boblins in this area. It should be pretty easy for you, and is a great place to stock up on arrows if you are low. Also, you can smash the crates and the skulls nearby to get some recovery hearts. Onward, you'll encounter some fire keys, which you can kill if you like, or you can totally skip over them since we're hopping down anyways. Once again, you'll see another magnetized thing, so use your iron boots to get sucked up to the wall. Look how crazy Link spins, it's like so violent. Wouldn't that like totally make you throw up or get at least extremely dizzy? I suppose it's more like a Wind Waker type thing, you know, just because it's all cartoony like that cel-shaded graphics would make him all, you can see him getting all dizzy. But this is realistic, wouldn't want anybody to realistically get dizzy now. Anyways, when you pop up on the next platform, you'll see a sneaky little alcove where there's a Dodongo guarding a chest. You can defeat the Dodongo all quick-like by Z-targeting them and shooting them in the arrow shooting them in the mouth with an arrow. Don't shoot them in the arrow, that would be unfortunate. This will actually kill them in one hit. You can open the small chest to get a red rupee, which is worth 20. Run around the next ledge that is very obvious and hop down and equip your iron boots once again, and then land on the final platform. Here you can light the 2 torches that are nearby to make a chest appear. You can open it to find an orange rupee, which is worth 100. Yay! Now, hopefully you have room for it. If you don't, you can always come back here later, like you'd really want to do that. Come all the way down to the bottom of here. Anyways, there's another Dodongo, and here I was trying to show like how to defeat it with a sword, but I ended up kind of making a fool of myself, just using 2 back slices instead. Anyways, once that's out of the way, you can open the large chest to find a piece of heart. If you're following the walkthrough thus far, this should be your 24th piece of heart. So with that, you can take the nearby exit, which leads outside and to the side of the cliff down low. At this point, you can use your Clawshot to work your way back up towards the Bridge of Eldin, but it's not really necessary, and I think it's smarter to just warp away. I mean, you can ride Epona all the way back to Castletown and stuff if you really want to, but that's kind of a long ways. But I'm going to show this climb just for the heck of it, because some of you are probably curious. Anyways, so the general rule of thumb in this area is to not fall into the abyss. That's generally a good idea to avoid that, like so. You know, here I totally like almost fell. So now that we've pretty much gathered just shy of half of all the Poe Souls in the entire game, that concludes this chapter. So, you know, you just talk to Midna and warp on over to Kakariko Village, where we will meet up for the next chapter. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!